It's done.
Yeah. Yeah. Please, I think you can individually also open up. What I will do is I will. Oh, where have I opened it? I'm going a bit choppy. Oh, I think this one. You're able to see, right? The rules and regulations solo self supported. Anyone can confirm in the screen.
Yeah, we can see that. In the meantime, Pinaki, Amit has told that Amit has written that in meeting trying to join.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Maybe he's in some other meeting.
Oh,
He's
okay,
trying
okay,
to
okay.
join, right? Not
Yeah.
here.
Carry on, please.
Okay, wait, I don't see anyone popping up. Okay, you can stop if someone is trying to join and I'm going with the flow. You can stop anytime. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So the first thing is there are some changes, as you know, we have already communicated some changes in the race route, and which is also given to you, right? The race route is now new. New in the maybe I'll just switch off the video so that it doesn't cut for anyone. The race route is new in terms of just a bit detour in between for 150 kilometers odd or 200 kilometers odd in between. We are taking a different route, which is equally good. Uh, but what has happened in terms of all that is the race route has increased by overall 5 kilometers. So there is an overall increase of 5 kilometers in the race route. So earlier it was 825, and now the race route is 830 kilometers. And we have to be very specific where has this increase happened. So this increase has happened in two areas. One area uh, is between, just a moment, I will also share the screen of the route so that I can go through the route with along with you. Share the route also, entire screen. Yeah. So you will see the ride with GPS, right? So the ride with GPS, what has happened is in this route, let me open up. Till here, there is no change. Till this point called Dankuni. So till this point called Dankuni, this is also for riders from Bengal or riders not from Bengal. This is a very critical junction where we were supposed to go through the Asian Highway 1 directly up to Bardhaman. We are not going there. We are just taking a detour here. This junction, please note a very critical junction here, which you have to take a right from this expressway at Dankuni. You can mark in your GPX file. We will be sharing the GPX file to you. If you are using your trackers, please mark in your tracker this point called Dankuni NH2. Dankuni NH2 is a point in in this junction where you will take a detour, and from here the route is very good. It goes straight, and as because we are not going to Bardhaman, and so I'll tell you where we are rejoining the route again. Okay, we are rejoining the route again somewhere here. Where is Murgram? Somewhere here, right, Supratimda?
No, just above that. Just
Just above
go
that.
go go. Yeah, that is Morgan.
Murgram.
Yeah.
Murgram.
So that is the
So,
date.
so earlier we were supposed to join here, but now we are taking another route and again joining here itself. But what has happened to all of this is the change route now is more broad and more faster than the earlier route. The earlier route, we were taking you through all the uh, outskirts of Bengal just to give you a feel of how Bengal looks like from inside out. But yes, we this is hands tied down because police does not want us to go through there because of the huge gathering, and this is also good. Uh, So in the flat region, there is a bit decrease, not increase. In the flats, I think some 5 to 8 kilometers overall flat roads will be decreased, but and other way the pace will increase because this is more broad roads and this is National Highway 12. This is NH12, which we will take NH12 directly from Krishnanagar. So the patch from Dankuni, so the patch from Dankuni till Krishnanagar is the state highway where up to Mogra, this point is called Mogra. This is very important points. I want all of you to note down. Please, if you want to take a minute or so, just open up your notepads in your laptop or you something. Please note down these points in the race route, okay? Where Dankuni is very critical junction where you should be noting down that from Dankuni the race takes a detour and takes the state highway instead of the national highway. And you have all the GPX files with you, right? So just make sure that you are noting it down. And after Mogra, which is here, after Mogra, instead of directly going through after Mogra, you have to just cross Mogra, come down, and here, this point, this very critical point, you can find it here. Just mark it down like Hotel Mochak, right? Just mark Hotel Mochak that you should not go straight towards Kalyani. You should not go to Kalyani and cross the Kalyani Expressway and go straight. You should take the point called Hotel Mochak and take a left and then continue with another state highway towards Kalna. This is one of the very beautiful roads. A bit of countryside from this point. There's a bit of countryside inside. You will love riding in these roads, and this is a state highway which will go till Mayapur. If some of you know, Mayapur is the headquarters of ISKCON, right? The ISKCON headquarters of the world. It is from where the ISKCON all started. So Mayapur, you will cross Mayapur, Navadvip, Mayapur, and go to Krishnanagar. And in this point, here you will again join the National Highway 12, and this is 6 lane roads, right? And somewhere it is 8 lane also, 6 to 8 lanes. Very fast road from Krishnanagar onwards till Siliguri. This is just a free flow and very fast roads. Okay, from Krishnanagar to up till Siliguri. Up till this point till Siliguri, there is no problem in the roads. But as you know, national highways there can be and that very day of the race there can be any issues which you have to report. We will go through the rules after that. But first, let us go through the route first. So the first understanding is you should note down Dankuni, and you should also note down Mogra. Okay, you should note down Mogra and this very critical junction, which I want all of you to please study in detail because you are all self-supported riders, so you should be knowing uh, uh, the route detailed out. That's why we are doing this uh, very special meeting today, which never happens for ultra cycling. It happens directly at the day of the race where the route is briefed in detail. Okay, but we are doing it well ahead because we know you, all of you are mostly self-supported riders where there is no one from the car giving you directions that goes right or go left. So please use this point, Hotel Mochak, just after you cross Mogra. If you want me to stop at some point of time, just let me know, okay? Because I will go slow. Maybe this meeting can take a bit long, but I want you to all put this points. So after Mogra, so somewhere in between there will be a control point at Kalna, okay? Here there will be a control point at Kalna where the coordinates are already with you. I need not repeat, the coordinates are already with you at Kalna. And after that, the first backdrop is at Bethua Duari, okay? Just left side, there is a hotel where your backdrops will be waiting for you. So Bethua Dewari. So in the flat, so what has happened to the road? Flat overall 8 to 9 kilometers decrease, and flat the roads are have become more faster. Okay, you can take more speed and go. but expect a lot of headwinds in the routes. And and what has happened other ways is from Siliguri onwards. From Siliguri onwards, we there are 3 to 4 routes which goes up to Darjeeling. Okay, so we in the first route which we had planned a different route via Rohini, and then it will go to Darjeeling. So it was supposed to take Rohini and go to Darjeeling. Now we will take the Hillcut road. The reason for taking Hillcut road and not Rohini is Hillcut road is bit empty and it is very tuned to cyclists. Rohini, lot of vehicle traffic. So we moved to Hillcut Road, and Rohini. One of the other reasons of discarding Rohini and going to Hillcut Road is Rohini has a very steep climb of around 14.5% gradient, which when we did a route recce, we understood it will be almost impossible. Maybe some of you can still do it, but it is almost impossible for someone to ride up in cycle. Maybe you have to walk. It is so steep, Rohini. So we checked with the RAM officials and we took a decision that we will go to Hillcut Road. And but the Hillcut Road is more good, more scenic, and uh, this is the route where the toy train goes up to Darjeeling. The heritage Darjeeling Himalayan toy trains, the UNESCO World Heritage Railways goes via this route. That's why this route is not so steep, but the overall uh, uh, kilometers which you have to ride in the mountains increases. Okay, so maybe the route is not steeper at one point, but the overall route is so uphill increases. Suprata, correct me. Around 4 to 5 kilometers, the uphill increases, or more than that.
Yes, the uphill, see, the whole route increases by around 10 kilometers
Mm-hmm,
between Sukna and Karsiang practically.
mm-hmm,
If we have to go via Rohini, so it would have been lesser by 10 kilometers. But the thing is that, as Pinaki has just explained, the reason one is that 14.5% gradient and all that. It's practically impossible for riders to climb that route, and also there is a problem with vehicular traffic. So yeah, so practically the climb is not that much here, not that much.
mm. So average will be around
Yeah,
2.5%
average
approx.
is, yeah, average is 2.5% gradient.
Uh, but the overall amount of kilometers which will climb will increase. And is there any change in the overall timings? Because earlier it was 825 kilometers, Supradimda, and the
Right.
timing was 47.5 hours. Now
Right.
the kilometers is 830, and I see some amount of uphill riding increases. So is there anything new in timings?
Right. So we had a word with RAM headquarters. So they have allowed us to increase the timing by another hour. So we'll get 49 hours for self-supported solo riders, 49 hours instead of 48. And for crew supported, we'll get 42 hours instead of 41. And for team, self-supported team, I think 59 hours we are giving the overall time to finish.
49, right?
Yeah,
48 was earlier.
49 for solo self-supported and 50 team.
Okay. Okay. So the crux of this is if you are, so there has been a lot of communications going. So I just want to clear the air. Okay. The first communication, the first flyers which you saw everywhere, the first meeting which we did was 825 kilometers, 47.5 hours. There was an intermediate change. Maybe some of you have not noticed it. The intermediate change was increasing only Hillcut Road and not the other detour in between. The Hillcut Road was introduced in between, and then the hours was increased to 48. Uh, but with the other detours and other understanding, the overall hours, now you can note it down, you will get more hours, and this is going in the benefit of the riders. Okay, you are getting good roads, that means faster roads, and you are also getting more hours. uh, it will make the RAM qualification bit easier is as compared to the last 825 kilometers, 47.5 hours. You have 830 kilometers, 5 kilometers increase, some uphill increase, but you're getting 1.5 hours extra from that. You have 49 hours, okay? You have 49 hours and you have 830 kilometers. And there are two changes in the route. I repeat again, two changes in the route. One is not going via Bardhaman, but going via Dankuni, Kalna, and Mayapur, which you can mark in the route. You have anyway seen the route along with me, and you also have the files. And one more changes in the uphill region, Siliguri via Hilcut Road via the toy train route, and which is more beautiful. And just a uh, word of understanding, this goes through the very scenic national forest also. Okay, there is a national forest en route Siliguri to Ghum via Hilcut Road, where a lot of good peacocks and other stuff. But the only point of concern is you will pass through that at night time. Maybe you will not get the flavor that much, but you will understand how, and it will be completely empty roads. Okay, so night time Siliguri to Ghum, I expect complete empty roads and you riding at your own pace. Okay, so don't
So,
worry about traffic.
Pinaki,
Everything was
sorry to interrupt. So, this Hilcut road, what I am assuming that this road is not regular for the regular vehicle or traffic, right? So,
no. It is
so,
not.
so
It
we
is
the
not.
only
We
cyclist
have
we will use this road at that time, and maybe few
this road is
localized.
This road is not open to normal people.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
we have taken special approval from Additional Directorate of Forest Officials. We have formal approval and permission. That's why we are able to use this route. Normal, if you are also riding from your home to Darjeeling, you will not be able to use Hillcut Road. This
That's
is
great.
very restricted road. Okay, and this will be heaven for cyclists. So it will be faster and no incoming traffic. I believe very less if one or two cars will pass you. So that is a good point. But overall, the crux of it is we have negotiated good RQ timings with RAM officials for you. With all these changes and sudden changes, we have to incorporate. Uh, and this route, which is equally good and also crosses through the major points of Bengal. So one or two of the points I will quickly introduce before I move to the thing is we have Kolaghat, which are already we were going. Mayapur is the headquarters of ISKCON. There is Krishnanagar, and there is a jungle which will pass through Bethua Duwari. There is also a national forest taken. When you cross the road, just understand this point where there is a first backdrop point in Bethua Duwari. The left side, just keep a note, left side is completely jungle. Okay, this is a very dense forest. You will pass through Bethua Duwari, and there is Malda, Farakka. Farakka, if you just look at the right side, it goes through Bangladesh. Okay, the Farakka route. I will go and zoom it a bit. If you see, this is Bangladesh, and you will be riding through here. And once you cross this bridge, you can directly see Bangladesh. Okay, directly from here. So just I know you're riding faster. You're in a race, but I still you can still give 1 minute. Just appreciate the where you are once you're crossing Farakka. Okay, just be in the. It is risky to be standing in between. Just somewhere here or there, you can see Bangladesh. It is directly visible. Okay, and then you go all the way to Malda and Siliguri, which you already know. You're well aware of Darjeeling and other heritages. Okay. Any questions on the route? More details we will anyway discuss in very, very minute detail during the race, one day before the race, where a mandatory race briefing will happen. We will give all the links, but we will not wait for the day. So, Pratim, after this call, we'll give you all the links where there is possible detours where you can miss. So, we have noted down everything in detail, and we know you're all self-supported. We want all of you to be well prepared and well aware of the route. We'll give you all this after this call. Okay, so don't be worried, but just uh, study the route in detail so that you don't have to ask too many people on the road. You normally know the route. Okay, GPX file also you will get. uh, any questions? I'll just take a pause. Any questions on the race route before we move to the rules, because this is very important rules. Okay. Anyone, any questions? You can raise your hands or you can directly unmute your mic and start talking. Any language is okay. Hindi, Bengali, Marathi, English. Four languages are okay. Okay. No questions. I'm sometimes worried. If no questions, maybe you know the route super well. I know it. Some of you know it, the route. Outstation riders, any questions? Okay. I will go to the next point, which is the race rules. I hope this is visible.
হ্যালো হ্যালো,
Let me.
আমার একটু মাইকটা প্রবলেম করছিল। হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ 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 বলুন।
আচ্ছা, সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা যারা মানে রিলেতে অংশগ্রহণ করছি তাদের জন্য সময়টা কত একই থাকছে না বাড়ছে কমছে?
তাদের আপনাদের একটু সময়টা বেশি। আহ,
টোটাল কত আমাদের?
আপনাদের সময় আপনাদের
59.
সময়টা ওভারঅল 59 আওয়ার্সে শেষ করলেই হবে।
ঠিক
59 আওয়ার্স আপনাদের, ঠিক আছে?
ওকে,
বিকজ আপনাদের কিছু মাঝে মাঝে চেঞ্জ ওভার আছে, তো আসবেন, দাঁড়াবেন, আরেকজন লোক চালক হবে,
ঠিক
এবং কিছু রুলস ওগুলো 59 hours you will get overall. And
ঠিক
this is a very good question. I will also say, so there are two timings. I know you all know, but if you have not noted down in detail, there are two timings. One is timing as for Race Across America, where you will get the timings of 49 hours for solo self-supported. But if you are not able to complete, and if you miss some of the cutoffs in some of the time stations, do not stop. The idea is, do not stop if you miss and you get suddenly demotivated or do not wait. Just keep on riding. The overall timing you can still match, and even if you are crossing 49 hours, you are still able to get all what is promised at the end point. Okay, you will get up to 59 hours, what I just told to Mr. Jana, right? 59 hours. Up to that, you will get all the medals, all the goodies, all the things which the sponsors or other people are waiting for you at the end point, all the certificates. Maybe only one thing you will miss if you're not finishing in 49 hours is the Race Across America qualification and a formal invitation to Race Across America. But do not stop, keep riding. You have still 59 hours, which is more than sufficient, I believe, for anyone to complete the race course. Okay. Yeah, I have a question raised. Yeah. Yeah, go on, Melvin.
Regarding hi, Pinaki, regarding the race navigation. So I saw that you have a final route which you displayed. So you'll be
Right.
sharing that file with us, right?
This link is already shared by Supratim in the Racers group. You will also get the GPX file.
Yeah. Actually, the link that was sent earlier, I saw that I was confused. I saw that it was dated some like last month. So now I'm seeing this. This is named as final and last modified is some
Okay.
last week.
This is, yeah, this is
So
created
this
quite
file I
old.
have here.
Yeah, I think you
Okay.
will all see this. So 25th October only we created. We are constantly changing based
Yeah,
on,
yeah. So I
but
saw that date actually.
no issues. It's updated
So you,
today also, so no issues on that. But you can give it again, Supratim, that just for in the Racers group, just put the link again. Saying
Yes,
that this
yes.
is what
It's
and
not
you
a
should
problem.
be noting.
Yeah.
so for navigation, we have to use this ride with the GPS app or what or I mean our Garmin.
You don't have to use. If you want to, if you have Garmin and want to navigate yourself, the GPX will be with you. You can do and
Okay,
use that GPX app as to
it's
your
not.
own discretion. It is not mandatory. We will ask all of you because Garmin battery is also limited. There is more
Yes,
than
yes.
2 days almost, right? So I will ask all of you to study the route in more detail and do not depend on any gadget which can malfunction at any time. Okay, especially
So
Garmin.
which is the best way to navigate in that case? I mean, you just use this app, right, with GPS.
You can use this app right with GPS in your mobile. Use the app right with GPS, and whenever you feel confusion, just stand there, open up that Ride with GPS, this file link, and it will directly tell you where you are. Current location also it will fetch. So you will just use that app. Use that app for 1 or 2 days. You will understand it is very user friendly. You do not have to buy any premium subscription, but still it works like fantastic. But you cannot navigate live without paying Ride with GPS. But you can still able to understand that where you are in terms of the overall route. It should not be a problem.
So everyone will be using this app itself for navigation, or there is some other app that we have to install on our mobile?
We are not
The
mandatorily
tracker.
telling we are not telling you to mandatorily use one app. GPX file,
Oh,
multiple apps can use it. Okay,
okay,
whatever app you
okay,
are comfortable, please use it. We will give you the base
okay,
GPX file, and
Uh,
you can use it as your
okay,
Pinaki,
own discretion.
Pinaki and
okay,
Melvin, just a sec. If you can see on psychology screen, there is a thing like send to device. There is a button on your
Right,
left. Yeah.
okay,
Pinaki,
okay,
just click on the three dots. On the three dots.
right.
Download GPX.
Yeah, download. There are yeah more export options. You just go there and you can download in any format. Just Pinaki, stay there.
okay,
Stay
got
there.
it.
Yeah. You have got see TCX, you have got GPX, you have got Google Earth KML, GPX, Q sheet also, map profile, everything you can do, and you can just sync with your Garmin watch or any device, any app also that supports GPX. Okay, so
Okay, got
GPX
it, got it.
route you
Okay,
can do, or even GPX track. So that is for everyone. It has no, there is no constraint on this map or the app. You can ride with GPS, or you can download a GPX file, download TCX file. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, how you are going to do the stuff. Okay, so there should
okay.
not be any
Thank you.
problem. Yeah, and if there is any
Okay,
problem, you can always just open your rider handbook that will be given to you uh, at the start line,
okay,
and then that is the last thing. That manually you can always do that if your battery is drained out or something like that.
okay, okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, man.
Yeah, yeah. The rider handbook is also very, very detailed, okay, which you have to mandatorily carry because you have to get it stamped at various time stations, which will brief in on 22nd which pages where you have to stamp, but it will be very, very detailed. And is it possible, Supratim, to give one copy which will be anyways available to the riders hard copy in a soft
Yes, yes,
format, maybe 1 or 2 days before the
yes.
race, so that they can.
We'll share the rider handbooks whole PDF with you all, maybe by end of day or maybe by tomorrow itself. Okay, so you'll get around 7 days to study the rider handbook, to study the route, everything. So the PDF will contain all the locations on Google Map locations. So what we have done also on this Ride with GPS app, unlike other Pinaki, if you can go on the right hand top on Google Map, just go to a drop down menu. We have selected Google Map, so that Google Map is absolutely, you can say, authentic, as well as everyone has it on any device. You will have Google Map. So on Google Map you can follow the whole route. Okay, so that will help us. Otherwise this RWGPS cycle, that route does not support Google Map much. They use another satellite tracker, so we have used it on Google Map. You can change it to Google Satellite or Google Hybrid also, but I would suggest to go with Google Maps, so that you can get real time data on traffic also, traffic situations. So that will help all of us.
Right.
Of course, I'll share a PDF with all of you in the research group, so that the rider handbook you can study well in advance. And that's very important, because we are all self supported here.
Right. Any more questions on the race route before we move to the rules? So you're well aware of the backdrops, right? Let me, because this is in continuation, let me uh, check. Backdrops you're under. The first backdrop will be at Bethuaduari. This is just after you cross Krishnanagar and touch the National Highway 12. You will be here at Bethuaduari at the first backdrop. The second backdrop is at Siliguri. We expect uh, an average speed rider to reach Bethua Duari around evening, first day, and next day around afternoon to Siliguri. Sorry, to Siliguri. So that's why we have. But many of you will be pretty faster, I believe, and because the road is fast, so maybe you can reach that pretty early also. But at the start point, you will get two bags. So two bags will be given to you from the organizer side, but you have to prepare well in advance that what bag, what you want to put. Do not start planning that what bag, what you want to put on 22nd in Digha. You should have all the plans. I will urge all of you to carry two bags from your home itself, with one bag for Bethua Duwari the first night and next backdrop for Siliguri the next night from home, and carry that and just put it in our official bags that day. Do not start planning there because it will eat up all of your day and all of your thought process, instead of taking a lot of rest and doing a lot of carb loading, going for early sleep on 22nd. You should be headache free and plan all the things, which drawbags you want to put, what bag you want to put, what you want to carry, what you want to put stabilizers. We have to move the bag well in advance to your bag drops. Else, it should not happen that you give the bag drop so late that you reach the station and we are not able to transport your bags before you reach the station. It should not go the other way. So we have to mandatorily close taking your bag drops by 12 noon on 22nd, the one day before, after the racers, after you check bike checks and other, you just give the backdrops and then we will proceed to the racers briefing. I hope it is clear. And if some of you doesn't want to use the two backdrops, some of you feel that only one backdrop is okay, uh, just mention that you want to take only one backdrop. And there is no additional backdrops possible around the route, only two backdrops. Okay. There is an open question. Vishwadeep.
Just one opinion I want to add as a past venturer of the group. Please keep the very hot and warm clothes at least in Siliguri, because at one report in room it's very cold, and so you should prepare for cold dress as a mountaineer. For I can suggest to the food riders. Don't
Okay.
skip the very warm dresses in Siliguri.
Okay. Wait, I'll repeat, your background noise is more. So what he's telling is after Siliguri, the temperatures will drop drastically. So please prepare your Siliguri backdrop and also the Betuadori backdrop. That stretch, I will again open up. That stretch from Betuadori, just after you cross Betuadori till almost Farakka to Malda is almost completely empty on both the sides of the national highway. And it bypasses all the major towns through their bypasses. Okay, they have Krishnanagar bypass, they have Barampur bypass, all the bypass they will take. So it also can get a bit cold after say 2 a.m. at night, 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. It can go pretty cold and single digit real feel temperatures. Okay, and after that it will be again hotter. But the next backdrop is again more cold. And Hillcut Road, which we just mentioned, right? Hillcut Road will be completely empty. It is also a national forest, no cars. So the road is very good, but expect a lot of cold, okay? So please prepare well in advance for your backdrops. Vishwadeep has a question. Yeah, tell me, Vishwadeep.
হ্যাঁ পিনাকিদা আমি বললাম আমি একটাই ব্যাকড্রপ করবো ওই যে বেথুয়া ডুয়ারিতে বুঝলা এটাই
Mm-hmm.
বলার ছিল
Okay, okay.
ঠিক আছে।
বেথুয়াডোরিতে একটা ব্যাকড্রপ নেবে, পরের ব্যাকড্রপ হোয়াট উই, তো বেথুয়াডোরিতে যা কাপড় জামা পরবে ইউ উইল কন্টিনিউ দ্যাট আপ টু ঘুম ইন দ্যাট ক্লোথস।
না, শিলিগুড়িতে যে সিপি আছে ওইখানে আরেকটা ব্যাগ রাখা থাকবে, ওখান থেকে
Okay,
চেঞ্জ করে
okay.
নেবো।
That is okay. That is okay. Yeah. And that gives a very important point. I will just go to the rules. Yeah. If you have any questions in midway, just stop me and ask regarding the route and other
So,
backdrops.
Pinaki, what I understand that in backdrop, we can either take from the bag and even we can put down the things in the bag.
Yeah, it is very clear. There is Bethuadori, for example, Bethuadori, there is one bag waiting for you.
Mhm.
In that bag, whatever you will take and whatever you will keep it back, this is completely up to the rider.
Okay, and that bag also
So,
will be come to will be handed
it
over to
will
me
come
at
to
the end
Ghum.
point.
It will come to Ghum. So
Okay, okay,
whatever you
great.
leave at first backdrop at Bethuadori, second backdrop at Ghum,
Hmm.
we will carry that in the sweeper vehicle to Ghum. That
দেখে
is
নিচ্ছি
up to the
বুকটা একটু লাইন
organizers.
দাও,
But
আমি
how you will
একটা পেজ
use
করে
that
দেখে তোমাকে বলছি,
smartly, it is up to you. And
ঠিক আছে?
this can make or break your day. You cannot use it hard. Yeah, one more
Just
point with
one more thing. I think in Malda we can leave something, right?
Yeah, you can, but there will not be any bag. You can just leave it maybe in some place and we can just carry it together.
Yes, yes, yes. But we can leave.
Yeah, you can
Things.
leave. Yeah. See, that is possible for any time stations. I'm not telling only Malda. In any time station, you feel I do not want to carry something forward, you can give it to the time station officials. Sweeper car will take it, but do not leave lot of stuff. If the sweeper car is overloaded, maybe you will lose your stuff. Okay. I don't feel you will lose, but do not just keep on putting lot of stuff. But time stations, you can keep it. You can keep it with the time station leads. You will have the official's number, and you can put it there. You will have their number, note down their name, and once you reach whom you can coordinate with the official that I spoke to you at the time station. I kept it there. Have you deposited it? That is also possible. If you want to put lot of big stuff, that is also possible. You can personally talk to the officials also. If you're pre-planning some backdrop, something to drop there, so just so officials will help you. So don't worry. Yeah, one more question which is very important. What Bishwadeep said, if any externals, because the nature of your ride, what you have registered for in Coast to Crest is self-supported. Okay, so if you're telling I'm self-supported, and if you are planning a lot of support in the route via your friends, family, anyone nearby, by the routes you will go, and someone will stop at the road and start assisting you, you can be immediately disqualified. So, and as organizers, we had made sure that there are a lot of people which you will not understand as officials will be all along the route. So there will be a lot of eyes watching you. Okay, so do not take any support in between the control points. If you want to take support, like Bishwadeep said, he wants to put his bag beforehand in Siliguri control point and take it from there. That is possible. You can plan. If someone wants to meet you and greet you and congratulate you, cheer you, please ask them to come at the control points, at the time stations, designated time stations where you can spend some time with your friends, family, take any help, take any food they will be bringing for you, cheering for you, but not in between. Okay, in between it is not allowed, and if you are found guilty, you can be immediately disqualified. Any questions on this? This is very, very clear in the rules. Okay, that is why I want to be very clear on the rules, that what is possible and what is not. Okay.
Just a quick comment from me, sir. You just mentioned that friends and family can come to the time station and hand over, can support the participants. And how is that self-supported? Just a
Yeah,
comment.
they can.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is RAM rules. So if you want to take some support, for example, your cycle one spoke is damaged, for example, and if you want to take some help, you can call a mechanic at the next time station,
বইটা রিভিউ করছে।
you cannot uh, uh, and if your cycle is completely damaged, this is also mentioned in the route. The first thing is it is allowed to meet your friends, family, cheer, anything possible in the time stations. Some foods you can strategically plan that that food I will eat. Someone will hand over me food there, but that is only at the time stations. In between, you are completely on your own. No one can come and just keep on giving you support. Even if someone is following you in a car, someone is following you in a bike, and we notice that is not a normal. Just you suddenly meet up in the road, you just that is getting you're getting followed up, so you will be not be self-supported. That some penalty or some warnings, disqualifications may happen in that way.
But sir,
But there is also
like, isn't that an advantage if some of the participants' family come to the time station and hand over, whatever support? Okay, I understand mechanical support. You call a mechanic, which is publicly available to all the participants. But if you're saying if my friend family is friend is coming or family is coming at this time station and supporting me, that is an advantage to the participant. It should be like publicly available. You are going to a restaurant or anything, any kind of support. But if I call my family to the time station and give me support, that is an advantage to the participant, but not to the other racers. I'm just saying, it's just my
yeah, your
comment.
concern is real because some of you can be very, very near to the race route and you can arrange a lot of support in every time stations. That so Pratim, the what will be how we will what is the exact RAM rules because you're more aware and how this is possible.
See, RAM rules, practically RAM rules are for crew supported, but from last year onwards, RAM has given us permission not only for coast to crest. There are other races worldwide that RAM has given permission for self-supported riders. Now the question that Melvin asked is a very genuine question, no doubt about that, Melvin. Now, see, this is up to again to the racers. As you have pointed out, it should be the support should be from the public places or like restaurants and hotels where we can all go. But again, see, in RAM also we have seen only at time stations you can get support from your friends and families. So like when we went, just for an example, when we went from here from India to RAM, from California to Maryland, so that was a huge route. And as Indians, as people from here, like Amit also went, Srinivas Gokulnath went, Kabir also went. So we did not get much support from the time stations as such, because again we did not have families there. So that's a disadvantage. What we saw there, riders from Colorado or even Kansas, they got the support, they got their friends and families coming up there at the time stations to boost them up, to give them even cookies or sandwiches, the basic stuff. But we had to buy everything from Walmart and other areas wherever we could get this kind of support in terms of food or in terms of lodging or whatever. So, Melvin, in a word, I can say that it's of course a fair. It's not a fair rule. It's unfair for other participants. But if you can, if you can ask some people you may know in the time stations, so that they can help you out. I mean, that is a very personal kind of an advice, I would say. It cannot be applicable to all riders because we have got riders from Assam to Maharashtra. So it's very difficult for everyone to arrange all such things at one time station or two time stations for outstation riders. But again, this is an advantage probably for the riders who are on the route, who may have some friends or families on the route. I mean, this is something that we cannot take this call that, okay, no, we are not going to allow such persons or such people from outside the community or outside our race organizers or volunteers. So we cannot do that particularly, because if you have friends and families, they can come to time stations. That's also applicable in crew supported race. including Deccan Cliffhanger and other races. So, I mean, it's very difficult. I mean, you cannot, we cannot, we are as organizers cannot impose such a rule that no, you cannot meet your friends or families at time stations, right?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't have an issue, but I'm
I
just saying,
know,
pointing
I
it
know,
out. And I think
absolutely.
from what I know, from what I know from previous, I mean, other races rules, it is clearly mentioned that your family cannot give support to the riders. But in this race, I don't have an issue. I'm just like, I just wanted to point out, and maybe we can do some more research later. But however, I have no issues. Anyone can do whatever they want to do.
No, of course, we also don't want any one rider or any one racer to get 80% more advantage or 50% more advantage than a rider from Pune or rider from Mumbai or Coimbatore. So it will be difficult for that rider to go there and don't get that much of support. But let's make it a level playing field in terms of advantage. I mean, that's the solution that I can give it to all
Yeah, I
riders
mean,
right
no,
now.
no, I'm not making an issue, not making an issue, but just it's let's move ahead. No problem.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yeah, Bishwadeep, you have your hand raised. You have any question?
পিনাকিদা বলছিলাম যে ধরো আমি দীঘা থেকে শুরু করলাম, টাইম স্টেশনের মাঝে মানে মানে প্রচুর খিদে পেলো, তখন আমি খেতে পারবো তো নিজে থেকে?
তোমার রাইড, তোমার টাইম, তুমি যেখানে খুশি দাঁড়াও, যেখানে খুশি
ওটাই
চলো।
আর কি
নো
জানার
ওয়ান,
ছিল।
নো
Yes,
ওয়ান,
yes, that's not a
no one is
problem.
able to.
Yeah,
Where
that's
you
not a
want to
problem.
stop, that is up to you.
Yes,
Uh,
and wherever you want to stop, wherever you want to take food, or wherever you want to go to a toilet or restroom,
ওকে
and I
ওকে,
mean that's up to you. I mean, up to any rider, any racer. Don't take any unfair advantage
শিওর
from
শিওর।
anyone on the route. That's the whole thing. So that's the whole UKA idea of the thing.
right. So I just want to particularly point at this rule, right? You should be reading all the rules because you should not be telling that I did not know the rules. You should read all the rules by heart. But one or two points is very important. For example, point number 3D. If a racer leaves the route for any reason and for using any means, they must return to the route at the same point. That means, for example, you have an issue, mechanical, something, you have to go off the route
হেডফোন
and take some
চাটা
support
একটু
because
গরম
you're
করে
self
দিই, ভুলে
supported,
গেছি
your
কোথায়।
battery has drained down, you want to buy a battery. It is just inside the town, you're going 500 meters and buying a battery,
ভুলে
coming back.
গেছিলাম, ভুলে গেছি, একটু
Must
গরম করে
make
দিই না?
sure the point you have left the route to buy that stuff or go
সবাই
off
শুনো,
the route,
সবাই শুনো।
you should return back to the same point and then continue the ride. You should not take another route and join the original route at some other point. You will be given penalties, okay? Because you will be 100% tracked and your tracking data is available with us even after 30 days after you have uh, finished the race, okay? So we understand lot of reasons the racer has to leave the route because it is self-supported. Even this is possible for crew-supported also, but they have to come back and join the route in the same point where they have left the route. Very important. Sometimes there is a lot of discussions that why cannot I have joined the route, same route, but at some other point. It is no discussions because this is written in the rules. Okay. One more reason you will always this is always a problem in ultra cycling because ultra cycling is so big that sometimes the road conditions, the political, geographical scenarios are beyond our control. So if there is something sudden accident at the road, some road construction suddenly started even after we did the route recce just 2 days before. Okay, entire route was done 2 days before. We did not find challenges. Wherever there's challenges, it will be mentioned by Supratimda in the document you will get after this call. Okay, but if you are not able to, please inform the officials. The numbers will be there in your handbook, and we will urge all of you to save that numbers in your mobile phones. So even if they're not picking up mobile, you should send the location. So all the details are here. I'm not reading it through it. So point number 3D, point number 3F, very important for you to go through. what happens if something is blocked. Okay, what happens? Traffic laws and rules of the land, and this I will mention very particular in two areas in the route where you should be very very I think you should not use one is Mayapur, which is the headquarters of ISKCON, which is a very religious place for people where we will cross. Sudden crowd can suddenly come. So if there is something happening, keep your cool, inform, and go ahead. Do not start any conversations, heated conversations in the road,
প্রথমত
which
একটা
we
সাজেশন
will be not be able to give
প্লেসটা
you any
কনফিউজিং।
uh, uh,
প্রথমত দীঘাতে
if
কোনো
you
স্ট্যান্ড
end up
করবে না,
into
ওটা
any
স্টার্টিং
trouble,
করতে হবে।
especially in those areas
না না, আমি
which
কলের মধ্যে আছি, তুমি একটু বুঝিয়ে
there
দাও।
can be crowd,
তুমি
there can
তুমি
be
ওটা রাখতেও
people,
পারো,
uh,
দীঘাতে কোনো
and
স্টার্টিং
one is
করবে না, এবং তুমি
Mayapur,
ওটা রাখতেও পারো।
and one is especially in the hills. So hill
রাখলে যে
people in
কোনো
the
যে
hills,
কোনো টাইম
some of
স্টেশনে,
you are
টাইম
mostly aware,
স্টেশনটা
they
শেষ হলে
love to
তারপরে সেটা
respect
স্ট্যাম্পিং
and
ক্লাস
they
হবে।
love to take respect, give respect. They
বা
so sometimes
বা
they
না
are
না,
very cranky about if you are
আধ
also.
ঘন্টা
So you will feel that what have I
ও
done?
বেরিয়ে যাবে না।
They're shouting at me. They can get cranky as small as that. You're
আচ্ছা,
eating
ওখানে ওটা প্রিন্টে যাবে না অবশ্য। আর ওটা
chocolate
একটুটাই
and
লিখেছে ওখানে,
putting
ওই
the
সেদিনকে
wrapper in
তুমি
the
একটা
road,
কথাও লিখতে বলেছিলে, দুটো কথা
and
লিখেছে আবার।
they will be very cranky. And if this is reported, so
এটাই তো
I will
কনফিউজ
urge
করে দিচ্ছে।
all of you, all along the route, please
আমি
let us
কালনা
make this world a
কালনা
better
স্ট্যান্ড
place,
যেটা
okay?
পড়বে সেখানে শুধু
And
কালনাই লেখা
let
থাকবে।
us have that we will not make our route
আমি কলের
dirty. So
মধ্যে আছি,
if you are eating something, please keep your wrappers
রাইডার
in
রাইডার
your
দুদিন
jersey
কলেই আছে।
pockets, and whenever the next time station or
আচ্ছা, আমি
wherever
বলছি
feel a
আমাকে, তুমি
designated
কালনা টাইম
there is a
স্টেশন কালনাই
dustbin,
হবে,
please put it there.
সেখানে
We
কৃষ্ণনগর
should
থেকে
not
কোনো লেখা
get
থাকবে
any
না।
reports of nuisance created by any of the riders.
তুমি রাখলেও রাখতে পারো, কোনো
And
অসুবিধা
this is
নেই।
also
আমরা
written
প্ল্যান
in
ছেড়ে,
the rules.
থাক, হ্যাঁ আমরা
You
টাইমটা
will
নোট করে
find
নাও।
that if,
এবারে তুমি বলো
for
যে
example,
কোনো
any
টাইম
time
স্টেশনটা
station you
একবারে
want
রেখে
to
দেবে নাকি
just
একবারে প্রথমে
quickly
দেবে।
sneak into the hotel and quickly take a nap of 1 hour, that is up to you at least. You will
রাইট,
your
আমারও
payment,
সেটাই
your
মনে হয়।
thing, you are
মানে কালনা
showing. But
পৌঁছে
if
কালনারটা
you are
স্ট্যাম্প পড়বে।
making any nuisance out of
তো
that,
আমি দীঘা, ধরো দীঘা
making
থেকে
the room
প্রথম টাইম
completely
স্টেশন ডান
dirty
করলাম,
and going ahead,
তো
and that is
দীঘারটা একবারে
reported
স্টার্টিং
to
এ
the
স্ট্যাম্প পড়ে গেল,
organizers,
এবারে দীঘারটা
we will
উল্টাতে
take
উল্টাতে
action.
উল্টাতে
Okay.
গেল, দিয়ে
So we are very very
স্ট্যাম্প পড়লো,
specific
তারপরে
and very
ডানকুনি
very
থেকে,
cranky
মানে ডানকুনি বা
ourselves
বাগনান,
also on those
বাগনান
stuff.
যেটা আছে
So
স্ট্যাম্প
we
পড়লো,
want
তারপরে
to
ও আবার নেভিগেট করলো,
make this as clean as possible.
এইভাবে যাবে।
And
দীঘারটা
especially
একদম প্রথমে থাকবে,
in
তার
the
একদম
hills,
প্রথমে হচ্ছে।
after you cross Siliguri, be very specific
এখন
on
তুমি
those
দেখো,
things.
একবার দেখো, তুমি দেখে একবার বোঝো,
And not only the hills people
তুমি
themselves
একটু
will
দেখে
be
বোঝো,
making an issue out of
তুমি
you
ঢোকো ভেতরে,
if you're doing,
ঢোকো,
but
ঢোকো,
other
ঢোকো।
all along the route you should be taking care
তাহলে আমার কল
yourself.
করে দাও, তারপর আমি কল করছি, তাহলে আমি কল করছি, কল হয়ে গেল।
Okay, so sorry for this. There is drawback rules also you're mentioning. Okay, I will go to that. This is somewhat different what we discussed, right? Supratinda, so is this updated? Let me know. Racers have not may not have friends family come on the route to cheer in any way to assist racers. So this is they are talking about the route, okay? With prior intimation to race officials, they may only cheer at the manned control point. They can come only for cheering. So probably this is updated because I'm looking at the latest version of the race rules. Rupatinda, just check. With prior intimation to the race officials, they may not they may only cheer at the man control point. No support, food, drink supplies may be exchanged even at the man control point, right? So they can only come for cheering. They cannot support with food, drink, supplies, which what all we are discussed. Probably Ram understood this. This is the latest version.
Yes, yes, of course. See, this rule is always there. That is followed by all RQ races across the world. This rule is there. But again, as Meluin just pointed out, there may be people and the riders they don't complain much. So that is the whole thing. See, it's again. Uh, See, I have seen it. Time Station 34, for example, on RAM. So on TS34, there are people, who are local people who come as friends of riders. They give them uh, chicky or chocolate, chicky to us, so chicky or chocolates to the riders, the racers. So that is there, but it's not, if it is not a major violation, probably RAM also does not impose any penalty.
But this
So
happens everywhere, right? If
almost everywhere, see, it is strictly followed, no doubt about that, especially with self-supported riders. You are not supposed to take any help. But again, on Deccan, in Deccan Cliffhanger route also, we have seen at Belgaum or in Dharwad also, in the dead of the night, I have seen people helping out, people in the sense of family or friends of riders. They are helping out with food or any kind of support.
but with these rules, so
Yeah,
just want
the
to cut
rule
you
is
short.
the
No,
rule
just
is
want to cut you
absolutely
short,
there.
Supratimda.
Yeah, yeah,
If it is in the rules, so
yeah.
my point of concern is if this is in the rules, and any fellow riders reports it,
That is the thing.
you
If
have
any
we
fellow
have to
riders,
take we have
yes,
to take action, okay?
right,
Because if it is
absolutely.
written, point number 6c, no support food supplies can be exchanged, and someone is exchanging, this is reported in front of time station officials, and the fellow riders takes uh, some proof and reports, you will be penalized. Okay, so we cannot say that we cannot, but in the good faith, probably it will not happen. But I cannot say this is a race. This is not BRM happening. Okay, this is happening for glory. So race in the race mode, if this is reported, the same thing happens. So there's a rule for drafting. Okay, there's a rule for drafting and other support, right? If you are if you're drafting your fellow rider, okay, if you're drafting a fellow rider and if fellow rider do not complain, this is okay. But if you are taking advantage of someone taking the headwind and you're just sitting behind, and the fellow rider is not okay, he is not feeling comfortable because you are taking all the headwind, someone is taking advantage of you, it just reports it and you will be penalized. So we cannot uh, if fellow riders report, and I will urge all of you in the race that take care of you and take care of all the wrongdoings your fellow racers are doing, and keep reporting it with proof. Keep reporting them with proof. All the because this is 850 kilometers, not everywhere there will be officials, but fellow riders are our officials, and this is your competitor. Okay, so please take proof of all the rules, go through the rules. Anywhere you feel a violation, anyone is drafting without your consent, anyone is taking a lot of support in the time stations. If this is in the rule, I have not gone through the rule in detail, okay? Myself, I'm reading along with you, but we were discussing based on prior experience that this happens. But if in the rules it is written that it is not allowed, someone is taking, someone reports it, you will be actions will be taken. Okay, so we cannot say actions will not be taken. So you know all the rules for cheating, and one more very serious point is uh, you are not crew supported, but you are got someone to follow you completely along the route, and some vehicle is constantly following you, giving you support, or giving you prior information that where there's a blocker or something. If this is not in the true sense of the race, okay, and we will take action. This has to be completely self-supported. Self-supported riders, no external help is allowed, and be rest assured we have a lot of eyes watching you, including our tracker. Okay, so penalties will be given. There will be cases. So please, this will be the discretion of the race director. In some cases, based on the nature of the wrongdoing, you can be given penalties. The minimum penalty which you can get is 30 minutes of your time. But in case of places where the race director feels based on the complaint, based on the proof, you can also be directly disqualified, or you can be said that you cannot continue further. DNF also can happen. Based on the nature of the ride, this is at the discretion of the race officials, and this is up to race officials to align this with the Race Across America office. Okay, so at the discretion of the race official, but this is warning penalties in terms of point number 14 you can note, but there can be also other things which the race officials will take live decision based on whatever is happening on the route. So you should know how you should protest and complain. So please go through this. Point number 16. As a rider, you should know and report the wrongdoings immediately. Okay. And please make sure that no one is taking undue advantage. And other things are good, and it is you should look into this document. The link is already again given in this chart. The one more thing which is very very important is any more questions up to this? We will go to the bike inspection. Very very important point of this whole conversation today. Before I move to that, any more discussions on the rules? Any more things which you want to quickly discuss? Vishwadip has a hand raised. Yes, Vishwadip. Is this a mistake,
ওটা
Vishwadip?
না না ওটা এমনি হয়ে গেছে, আমি করিনি,
Okay, okay, ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে.
যাচ্ছে না ওটা।
Okay, okay, no issues, no issues. Okay, so we will go through, and please give ultimate attention now, okay? Because is the team of four riders here or not? Or Supratinda, can we check? Because
Yeah,
the same points.
Raghuda is there
Raghuda,
for the team of 4.
ওকে, রঘুদা, এই পয়েন্টটা যেটা আমরা ডিসকাস করব এখন, যে
আচ্ছা
আমাদের সাইকেলগুলো কিভাবে তৈরি করতে হবে, বাইকের একটা ইন্সপেকশন হবে, ঠিক আছে? এই সাইকেলগুলো যেরম আপনার সাইকেলটা দীঘাতে চেক হবে,
হুম,
আপনার যে টিমে যে বাকি 3 জন আছে তাদের সাইকেলগুলো যে ডেজিগনেটেড কন্ট্রোল পয়েন্ট ওরা বলেছে, ফর এক্সাম্পল সঞ্জীব বলেছে যে বেথুয়া ডুয়ারি হি উইল স্টার্ট রাইডিং, এন্ড না, সঞ্জীব ফ্রম কোলাঘাট, সুদীপ ফ্রম বেথুয়াডুয়ারি, আর বিনয় ফ্রম ডালখোলা অনওয়ার্ডস। তো ওই কন্ট্রোল পয়েন্ট গুলোতেও that particular rider has to reach at least 2 hours before, report to control point. For example, কোলাঘাটে আপনি ধরুন 10টার সময় পৌঁছাবেন, ফর এক্সাম্পল 4টে বেরিয়ে, ওকে অ্যাটলিস্ট 7:30 8টায় ওখানে পৌঁছাতে হবে, কারণ এই বাইক চেক গুলো ওখানেও হবে, এই সব চেকিং গুলো ওই কন্ট্রোল পয়েন্টে হবে। সবকিছু ঠিক থাকলে তবেই ওই কন্ট্রোল পয়েন্টে ওকে গো হেড দেবে যে রাইডার বেরোবে। তাই এই পয়েন্টটা আপনি একটু ভালো করে শুনে বাকিদের একটু বুঝিয়ে দেবেন। এই ডকুমেন্টটা যদিও আছে সবার কাছেই, বাট উই ওয়ান্ট টু
ঠিক
ডু
আছে।
দিস ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট ডিসকাশন। ওকে,
আচ্ছা, আমি যদি
তো
8টার সময় চলে যাই তাহলে কি হবে?
8টার সময় চলে গেলে ওকে 6টায় আসতে হবে। ইউ শুড বি ইন টাচ।
মানে সে
মানে
তো জানে না, ও জানে না, আমিও জানি না আমি কখন গিয়ে পৌঁছবো।
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে ওকে অনেকটা বাফার নিয়ে আগে গিয়ে দাঁড়াতে বলবেন। তাহলে অসুবিধা তো
ঠিক
নেই,
আছে,
ওখানে গিয়ে একটু বসে থাক না, ওখানে ভট্টাচার্য চায়ের দোকানে বসে থাকে, অসুবিধা তো
আমি
নেই।
একটু রসিকতা করলাম, কিন্তু আমি বলছি আর কি কি যে হবে আমি তো নিজেও জানি না।
হ্যাঁ, আমরা কেউই জানি না, আল্ট্রা রেসিং এ কেউই জানে না যে কে কখন
না, আমি তো
পৌঁছবে। মানে এই
মানে
খুবই
প্রথম
মুশকিল
এরকম রেসে
প্রশ্ন।
যাচ্ছি, এটা একটু
না না, ঠিক আছে,
ঠিক
ওকে
আছে।
বলবেন যে বাফার নিয়ে আসতে। ধরুন 25 কিলোমিটার/আওয়ার অ্যাভারেজে যতক্ষণে পৌঁছাতে পারে তার থেকেও আগে যেন পৌঁছে যায় ও, আর
ঠিক আছে,
সেরকম একটা টাইম বলে দেবেন।
So,
হ্যাঁ
Pinaki,
আমি কথাও বলবো।
I just want to take the opportunity of this platform to introduce Raghuda on in front of every racer. Raghuda is a very senior person and very famous face of Kolkata cycling group, and most probably first time he is participating this kind of race. Raghuda, what's your age?
63 প্লাস।
63 plus. So it's a great opportunity to us to ride with you. I just introduced Raghuda to everyone whoever not about know about him, and the rest at in details meeting will be happen on the start line.
One fun thing about ultra racing the day before is you should uh, take this opportunity to interact, because there are a lot of different people coming with a lot of different varied backgrounds, and you should be best of best friends as cycling, because cyclists we get connected so well. And please use this opportunity to introduce each other to each other. So So get this handshake done, and the 22nd full day is with you. Everyone will meet everyone. So I think I will personally give brief of every rider, whatever minimum I know of all of you. But there are Ironmans, there are Amit, Precious. Uh, you all know Amit Samarth, who is also coming as a rider, and he's also the person who is our brand ambassador, and he will also give you all the prizes at the end point. Supposedly, if Amit feels good after the ride, so make sure you're connected with him, connected with Roguda, anything. So one thing I can tell about Roguda is if you are coming to West Bengal and if you want to ask anything about cycling or anything about West Bengal, just give Roguda a call. So your life will be easy in West Bengal. Okay, so let's move ahead and very important discussion on the forcing on lights, right? Let me go to the section on lights. Light, where is light? Oh, not this one. I wanted to go. Ah, this is 11 number. Lights and reflective gear. So your front light and back lights at night hours. Supratinda, we have to modify this because this has come from RAM. Can we modify this to 4 p.m. to 6 a.m.? Is it okay?
Yes, it depends on the conditions in the eastern part of the country.
Yeah.
That RAM does not
So
know much about goods.
yeah, mandatorily.
Hmm.
So we will ask all of you. So we can just edit this document and
Because that is for our safety, the rider safety only.
right.
If you feel that in Kolkata or in the eastern part of the country, it gets dark by 4:30, you can do it as race director. So that's up to us. That's up to the
Right.
organizers. That's not a
But
problem.
the thumb rule is if this is low visibility
Practically, yeah.
at
Practically, the
night
rule
for
is
sure.
from sunset to sunrise. That is the rule.
Right. So
Okay.
sunset happens different times, different zones.
Right.
So
Right.
please, but not only in sunset to sunrise, there can be conditions in this route in this race, fog, lot of mist, fog, lot of. I do not know national highways. What work will happen sometimes and what goes on. Lot of dust. You will feel like your visibility is going low. Please switch on your lights. This gives you yourself as riders a lot of confidence. So, but if you're found, the point is if you're found, because it's in the rules, riding without lights and it is dark, low visibility, you will get penalties. The minimum penalty is 30 minutes. So, RAM qualification timing is so strict that if you are missing it by 1 minute, you still miss the RAM qualification. Okay. So, I will not want any one of you to get any penalties. I hope you will not get because we are all informed riders. We know what we are up to and we know the risk on the roads. We know what can go wrong. So, better to be equipped with lights and better to be visible. But the one more thing which is very important for us to understand that you should be having steady front light. Steady means which is not blinking. Steady front light and also a steady back light. Steady front light and steady back light, which is visible. If it's a front light, it should be visible from 500 feet. It should be minimum 150 lumens, but I will urge all of you do not stick to the minimum. 150 lumens is not sufficient. This is bare minimum. You will barely people will notice you if you are using the minimum, but this is in the rules. You will still not penalize someone if it is below 150 lumens. But at the start point, when we are doing bike inspection, we will ask you to show that how your light is more than 150 lumens. I hope you will all buy more than that itself, or you will be equipped with that. But 150 lumens is the bare minimum. Okay, it should be a steady light and it should not be flashing. Same for the rear light. If you are using a rear light, this should be steady and it should be visible from minimum 500 300 feet. But if you still want to use a flashing red light, it should be your second red light. So there has to be one red light minimum mandatorily in your cycle which is steady. But if you want to use one more red light because you're not still feeling safe, you can use that. The second one can be flashing. Okay. The reflective jacket which you have to wear is mandatory. Okay. Please check this one. Riders must wear a reflective gear during the night hours in the form of a vest. You should not. This is more important because this is always debated in the start of the any race. A lot of debates happens. They will come, people will come, racers will come in the start line telling that I have a jersey. The jersey is having reflective strips already stitched. So I do not need a reflective gear and this is not agreed. Even if you paste a 3M tape in your jersey telling that this is a reflective, I have made sure you will not be accepted. Do not start fighting at the 22nd morning there at the checkpoint where you will be not be given clearance if you are not adhering to all the rules. Reflective material and jerseys with reflective material stitched to them are not acceptable. You have to have a vest or a bandolier. Okay, you have to have extra which you're wearing. This is minimum requirements, but again, there's a one point in the 11C which says for optimal lighting, we recommend front light of at least 600 lumens with a secondary front light of for backup. Rear light we recommend for 500 feet, even though you will not be penalized anything for 300 feet. This is recommended and this is bare minimum. Okay, so you have to understand what we are talking about. Racers failing to comply will be penalized immediately without warnings. You will not get to understand that someone has warned you and then you will put on a light. By the time someone has warned you, that means you've already, if you found in the route someone is telling you light is not on, you will immediately understand you have got a 30 minutes penalty immediately. They are telling you after they have given you the penalty. Okay, they will not warn you, they will give you the penalty and just inform you that your light was
আচ্ছা,
not on.
দিনের বেলা কি লাইট লাগবে? মানে আমি কি ধরো
না,
উম,
না, না।
রাত্রিবেলা,
বাট
তাই
দিনের
তো?
বেলা শুরুতে লাইট লাগবে। আপনি যখন
হ্যাঁ,
শুরু
আমি সেটা
করবেন
জানি,
সেদিন
শুরুতে তো লাগবে। না, আমি
লাগবে না?
জিজ্ঞেস করি, আমার তো লাইট থাকবে,
হ্যাঁ,
নাহলে আমি
হ্যাঁ, 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 হ্যাঁ।
So basically,
মানে
Pinaki, the
সেটা
time.
লাগবে না।
দিনের বেলা লাইট না জ্বালালেও হবে, তাই তো?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
basically, what is the time frame for backlight and front light? Very strictly, is 6 p.m. to 7
We are
a.m. right?
telling this is US. Just I told the superintendent to change it to 4 to 6. Okay, 4 p.m. to
4
6
p.m.
a.m.
to 6 a.m.
a.m.
So
In
if
the
our
morning.
race start at 4 a.m. in the morning, that means next 2 hours we need to ride the light.
You have to have right mandatorily first 2 hours.
Okay. After 6, it's the rider call whether he will be put on his
Yes,
ride or
yes,
not.
yes, 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 yes.
So 4 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'm taking this note in my
Yeah, yeah,
notepad.
yeah, yeah. Sunset to sunrise. Please keep note this time. This will be changed to 4 p.m. Okay, 4 to 6, because we are just taking a download of the official RAM and just putting it here. So we have to change it based on our conditions, and especially this is still valid for West India. East India is not valid. Our sunrise is very early. 7 a.m. is full light here, not like Mumbai. Okay. The next thing which you have to say is the one thing which is more important, and some mistakes happens for all the riders unknowingly, which I want to put to you now itself is what happens is if you go and if you reach the time station, the first thing as rider which you have to do is open up your rider book which will given to you and get it stamped. The time should be stamped by the official there. If you go there, reach the time station,
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ বলুন
then take your own time, take rest for half an hour, and then give it for
আমি
stamping.
আপনাকে আধ
The
ঘন্টা পর
time
বলবো
when you're giving for stamping is the time which will
ওকে
be noted. Even they've reached early. So the first thing you have to go to in a time station is go and get your rider card stamped. Then do whatever you want before, because if you're running on a very low margin like cutoffs or cut to cut, this can be difficult for you, okay? Because every time station has a cutoff. Okay, just for you, cheating. I will go to the most important. But lights we have covered. I hope this is okay. So this is an example of reflective vest which gives more visibility, even though it is of different. Because it should not be all wear reflective vest. There are other kind of reflective vests also available. So, but it should be a reflective vest, not something pasted. So rider, so what you have to arrange, because we are doing this 1 week before, because if you are not gone through this document, it tells about lot of places which you have to put a reflective tape. That means a 3M tape or of similar quality reflective tape which is adhesive. Adhesive reflective tape you have to paste in many places of your bike, your helmet, your shoes, mandatorily. Okay. So helmet you have to put a reflective tape. There is a bike also you have to put a reflective tape. So this is all here. Front backlight. So you can use this as a checklist. Okay. Solo self-supported checklist. Front backlight, rear backlight, reflective tape on front legs, reflective tapes on seat stays, on cranks, back of the pedal of the shoes, reflective tape, three strips on each side of each wheel rim, reflective strips in the helmet, and also the helmet is mandatory. That anyways, I think this is not required for us to repeat. So helmet number sticker we will provide you. It has to be attached, and make sure you are also carrying your identity documents in terms of your government ID cards and something which you have to give a Xerox copy, hard copy. Do not give us soft copies at the race venue. We have to archive it. Please come with the race venue with your hard copies of your identity documents. It can be anything, your passport, your PAN card, your Aadhaar card, anything is okay. But come with your Xerox copies or a photocopies of that. So if there is any question on this, please ask here, because this is very important, and major discussion happens if some these things are not understood well. Major discussion will happen during the race bike check, and you will not be cleared to start till the time you have not ensured everything. You will get lot of headaches, that the officials will ask you to go back and ensure and then again come for clearance. Till the time all the things are not cleared, you will not be cleared for race. So please make sure that you are buying your reflective, especially your reflective strips, which you have to. It is not available everywhere. In Amazon, it's available, but I don't know whether there's still time available for you to book in Amazon and you still get it. But go to any shops, automobile shops, you will get it, because or any accessory shops, you will get the reflective strips. But Digha has very less places for that. So do not expect that you will come to Digha and buy it. You will probably not get it. And even if you get, it will be a lot of headache for you, and organizers will not arrange for you. Do not expect organizers to have a lot of reflective strips at Digha and ask and giving you for charge. This is not a service that organizers are providing. I am telling you based on my experience of other ultra races. This is the same discussions which happens in every ultra race, because the rules are all same. And once you have gone through this rigor in one of the ultra races, you know what you have to do, and you will be cleared in 5 minutes. If you have done everything, if you have prepared and come, 5 minutes is the maximum it will take for a bike check. If you have done the preparation and come, and if you have not done, 5 hours is also not sufficient. So make sure you understand what is expected and prepare your cycle yourself, the reflective tapes in your shoes, in your forks, in your pedals, in your wheels, in your helmet, everywhere. So
And
the racers,
ideally, reflective tips should be red. Okay, that is for again for your safety. Don't put green or yellow. I mean, red is, of course, as per science, it can be seen from a distance, from a great distance. So please use red reflective tapes.
Okay, thanks for indicating that, Supratim. Otherwise, I was thinking to purchase the white one.
No, don't purchase the white one. See, we are not against any color, but again, it is for our own safety, not
Okay,
for anyone's safety. For our safety, I would recommend, or we all recommend, to put red reflective tapes on bikes, on our helmets, and whatever, forks, seat cranks, whatever.
got it. So,
Better you buy a red tape.
okay, and there is no restriction on the width of the reflective tape, right? Any width will be sufficient for that. The
10
size.
Yes,
mm,
ideally, I will.
10 mm is
Ideally, in the in the,
10 mm.
in the lighter note, I will like all of you to cover your entire bikes in reflective tapes.
Okay,
So
as
the
much as
the
possible, even.
broader the better,
Okay,
because it's more visible. Simple science, okay?
right, right.
Okay. Any questions, clarifications? Because I will again give you the chronology. What happens on 22nd morning at Digha? Because you should understand what will happen. You will come to Digha, come to the Hotel Ridley International. You will first be asked to report at the venue where you will collect all of your kits, your backdrops and other stuff, and you will be
So,
first reporting. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Any questions?
uh, just a quick question again. Sorry, I missed it. I think that
Hmm?
reflective vest. That is it. It has to be worn exactly as shown in the picture. The vest, the full,
Yes.
or like
No.
you know, the one where we get the belts,
Yeah,
the
that is
cross
also okay.
belts.
The beds is also okay.
That is okay, right?
That is also
Belts,
okay.
no?
Yeah, yeah, that is also okay.
Okay,
The
okay.
only
I was
thing which is
confused.
not
I thought we have to get exactly as per the picture.
no, no. But the only thing which is not okay is rider telling my jersey already has reflective things which is stitched, or I have
Okay,
bought
okay.
some reflective straps like 3M tapes and
Strips.
I
Yeah.
pasted in all my
Okay.
jerseys. This is not okay. Or do
Yeah.
not
We
come
are
up and
getting those
show.
belts, no? The cross belts. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that is okay. The same thing which you write in
Okay.
BRMs and others. So the same thing is
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
but it has
Okay.
to be a reflective strip somewhere which you're wearing and not something
Okay. Okay.
pasted in
Got
your
it.
jerseys. Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, yes. So that I think that is all. I was giving you a brief that what happens in the race one day before the race, and which is mandatory. Okay. We start at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. We ask, and the earlier you come, the earlier you get released. Very simple motivation. If you do not complete all your things mandatorily, which you have to do before you get the clearance certificate, which you have to carry at the start line. You have to carry that clearance certificate at the start line, hand it over to the official, and go off for flag off. The faster you get the clearance certificate, the faster you can go and sleep. Simple motivation. So come very early, 8:39 in the morning. Start, do your bike checks, and immediately go for taking your tracking devices from the designated stall which will be there. They will give you the tracking devices. They will give all the technical details, whatever you want, and then you will head for the racer briefing. We will do take a quick 1 hour in between or 1.5 hours in between for lunch and come back for racer briefing and hand over all your clearance forms and you will go off for rest and rest of your days or yours. This activity should be over by maximum 3 p.m. starting from morning. And if you are late, after a point the officials also will get tired. And if you linger for too long, you will get tired the next day and you will not be at the race readiness. Okay, so come early and do the stuff early and get released early. That is the simple funda of all of these discussions, and this is mandatorily. Anyone is planning, I will come later in the day and do it faster. Officials also will go after 3 p.m. sharp. The officials will leave the hall and they will also take rest because officials also has to be with you and they will not get rest same like you for 3 days. they will be at the road, and even if you reach, the sweeper vehicle will not reach. They will still be at road waiting for the last one to leave, and they'll take your bags and go. So it is a game for the officials and the racers both. Both will be tested for endurance, not only the racers. So it is for all of us to come early and do this stuff early and get released early on 22nd. Okay. Any questions? Anything you want us to cover? Because we want all of you to be very very prepared and informed, and please use the racers group as your own discretion as you want to ask any queries, because this is a closed group for all the people who are actually racing. So please clear all the doubts in the group. We will be super active and give all the required answers which we feel and believe and know up to the level. Even if we don't know something, we will reach out to RAM officials and get it clarified for you. But get all the clarity, get all the understanding before you are there at Digha, and then you should be all tension free. Okay. Okay. Any last questions before we call it a day and we say all the best to all of us individually?
আচ্ছা, এই নাকি, হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ রঘুদা বলুন।
এটা হচ্ছে যে এই টেক্সটটা না একটু শেয়ার করে দিও, এই রুলস অ্যান্ড রেগুলেশনের টেক্সট। হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে।
এই ওই রেসার গ্রুপে সুপ্রদীপ দা শেয়ার করেছে, দেখুন একটা লিংক শেয়ার
আচ্ছা,
করেছে।
ঠিক আছে, ঠিক
ওই
আছে, ঠিক আছে।
লিংকটাতেই এটা আছে,
আচ্ছা, ওকে,
রুলস সেলফ সাপোর্টেড লেখা একটা, ওটাতেই পেয়ে যাবেন সবকিছু।
হ্যাঁ, হ্যাঁ,
ইয়া
তাহলে
মেলভিন
জিনিসটা
গুড।
একটু, হ্যাঁ, হ্যাঁ, আমি দেখিনি। ঠিক আছে, ওইটাই ঠিক আছে,
হ্যাঁ
ওকে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ। ইয়া মেলভিন গুড।
Yeah, just a quick question regarding the time station, about the availability of food and drinks. I saw that I think most of the time stations are at the hotels. So I think the distances between the time stations, like, it's sufficient for us to refuel and rehydrate at the stop at these time stations. So there won't be any problems of availing food or water in between anywhere else, right? The distances between the time stations.
Yeah, one
Mean
or
to say.
two are very designated hotels. So I'll go one by one.
Okay.
Okay, Digha is anyways your start point. You have all the resources at Digha. The first stop point
Yeah.
at Kolaghat is a cafe. Okay, it's a cafe where you will also get lunch. It's a cafe come restaurant. You will get lunch and Red Bulls and other stuff you'll get also there. Cafe and
Excellent.
drinks and okay. The next time station at Kalna, which is pretty far from Kolaghat, you will probably eat or maybe you will stop somewhere. I don't know your endurance. It depends on other. You will anyways have to stop for water for sure at somewhere because your 2 bottles of water will not be sufficient. So that time station is also our restaurant, which is a very famous running restaurant there, which you'll get hot chapatis and rotis, and you will immediately get it. But you will have to wait because it's a hotel. And but this is a good point. Kalna is a good point. The next point is a hotel. So up to Kalna, I don't see any problems. But as Amit Samarth always says, if you feel hungry, that means you are already because that's a time station.
Pinaki, your voice is a bit chappy. We can't hear it properly.
So
Oh, okay. I thought there was a network problem with my
Yeah,
phone.
there's a problem somewhere.
Okay.
No,
So Pinaki,
Pinaki.
could you please repeat from Amit Samarth quotation? After that, it got a robotic voice.
yeah, sir. So I was telling that if you're feeling thirsty and if you're feeling hungry, sorry,
Amit is here, so Amit can directly
Amit is
tell
here.
his.
I didn't realize.
Oh,
Amit is here.
Amit sir is here. Oh, great, great.
Amit, please go ahead with your hunger quote, please.
I don't know what exactly Pinaki is saying. I think Pinaki should continue. If I want to add something, I will add.
No, I think my connection is not so good. Is it still
Continue
audible?
whatever you were telling
Is it
about.
still audible?
Yeah, now you are fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was telling Amit has told us in some meeting
Oh, again the
will
sound has
urge
gone.
the
No, again your sound is gone.
Yeah. Minaki, come out in the open with your laptop. That's better. I know it's quite cold, pretty cold
well,
there, no doubt. No, so the thing is that to just to add to what Pinaki was explaining it to Melvin, is the thing that at the time station 4, that is at Bethua Dahari, so that's a distance between TS3 and TS4 is 57.3 kilometers, and at TS4 we have another hotel. It's a They have a running restaurant also that goes on till around 11 p.m. So we hope that by Bethwada riders should reach by evening. So that's why we have put the backdrop facility there. So that is one point where you can get food also at Bethwada TS4. Then comes TS5, that is 192.4 kilometers, that is in Malda. So Malda is a hotel Paramita. That's a hotel. That's a restaurant come lodging facilities also there. But between this TS4 and TS5, that is 192 kilometers, it's a huge stretch. But again, it's absolutely on the national highway. So if you feel that it's necessary to have food at some dhaba, that's not a problem, because as per our estimation, Malda, most of the riders will reach Malda around maybe 2 to 33 in the morning of December 24. So if that happens, you might be hungry on that road. It's almost 200 kilometers, 192.4 exactly. So if you feel that you are hungry, you can have your food on way to Malda. And of course, since it's a hotel come restaurant, but it's not a 24-hour restaurant, okay? So that restaurant will open again around 8 a.m., 8 in the morning at Malda. So don't expect that you will get something, but if you can order something, our officials will take, suppose you want to order paneer or chapati, okay? So we'll try to arrange it in advance, but it's better if you can directly tell the hotel. The phone numbers are there in the rider handbook that I'll share with all of you as PDF format just after this meeting. So you can call up these hotels. Okay, I need this food and that food, so that our officials can take care of that stuff. But you should directly call them up, call the hotels up, not any officials, because the officials would be like, we have only 2 3 officials in each of the time stations, so they will be busy with suppose a rider who has come early to take care of him and all this stuff. So you just call directly the hotel, so our officials can put the food in their room or something like that. That can be arranged. And again, the next time station is at Dalkola, and that is 125.6 kilometers. That's a bit far, no doubt about that. But again, that's a daytime. Most of the riders will ride this stretch in the daytime, so there should not be any problem to get food between Malda and Dalkola. But if you reach Malda around 2 in the morning, I mean 2 a.m., then it would be difficult for you to get food in Malda directly, or between Malda and maybe Raiganj. Raiganj comes between Malda and Dalkola, because most of the restaurants and dhabas, those are not 24 hours. Those might open around 8 in the morning. So we all, I mean, we all and you all have to arrange foods like that. So Dalkola, we are setting up the time station at an Indian Oil petrol pump. Okay. So that's the point. And from Dalkola, yes, but there are hotels and restaurants just opposite, and thoda ahead and thoda piche bhi in that stretch of on the petrol pump. So that's also national highway. And the next time station is at Shiliguri. That is again, you'll get food, proper food you should get. between Dalkola and Siliguri, wherever you want. And if necessary, you can order some food well in advance at Siliguri. That can be arranged. But again, if you inform the volunteers or officials before 10 p.m., because after 10 p.m., you may not get anything in Siliguri. May not. And especially between Siliguri and Ghum, the last time station, there won't be anything. And we all will be driving in the night. The officials will be also be driving in the night, because as per our estimate, most of the riders will reach Siliguri around 7 or 8 in the evening, 7, 8 or 9 in the evening. So the last 70 odd kilometers, around 70.6 kilometers from Siliguri time station to Ghum, and that is through the jungle, through the forest of the Himalayan, and you'll have only the toy train tracks as company. Nobody will be there. Yes, and there is a part of elephant corridor there, and we'll be securing the place through our cars and everything that we are arranging. But food we cannot arrange. No one can. I mean, I also cannot arrange any food between Siliguri and Ghum, because first there would be generally there is hardly any restaurants between Siliguri and Karsiang,
Any
and
roadside shops or anything like that between in those hills?
no, boss, nothing in those hills between Sukna and Karsiang. If you open ride with GPS map, so in that 35 kilometers, you won't get anything. At Karsiang, you might get something, but that too in the morning, maybe around 7:30 or 8 in the morning. So that stage, that 70 kilometers, we all have to. I'm talking about the officials also, not only the racers. So we all have to take provisions for, or make provisions for such things. We have to take we have to maybe put some dry fruits or something, some chocolate or any energy boosting thing with us, some dry food. So the last meal technically you can have it in Siliguri in the Himalayan foothills. So if you look at the if you look at the map, that 70 odd kilometers is quite steep. It's the most challenging part of the race. So that's another uniqueness. But uh, I think we all should get our last major.
I think the backdrop will come into picture, right? If you're using your backdrop at Siliguri
Yes.
smartly, you can pack whatever you want, all the dry fruits there for you. So, and you should inform, because as officials, what we are doing is we're informing. If we'll try to have it on road before we reach Siliguri. At the national highways, there are good dhabas. Not in Siliguri before if you reach at late.
আমি এখনো মিটিং
But even if you want to have it in Siliguri time station, one service which they will provide, given that you're informing prior to
না
them,
ওটা
that
একটু
and if you're informing before like 10 or 9,
যেমন
they will have your food there ready.
কনফিউজ
But
হয়ে যাবে
I don't know what options they have. You have to directly call up the time station
ক্যাম্পিং এর যে পেজ
and they will give you the option whatever they can, because I have no idea from here. But they said they can have something arranged for you if you is pre-informed. But your backdrop, that is why Siliguri backdrop is
নাম হলো তারপরে
technically your lifesaver.
স্টপ রাইডার হলো, তারপরে
You
দীঘা
should use that very smartly.
দীঘা স্ট্যাম্পিংটা ঢুকে গেল, ওখানে শুধু দীঘা লেখা থাকবে, ওখানে আর কিছু
Because
লেখা থাকবে না।
our end time is right
মানে
now,
better হয়
as
ওটা।
I have mentioned in the meeting, that we have got
বাড়লে বাড়বে,
1.5 hours
দেখে নাও।
extra.
তারপরের পেজে চলে গেল দীঘা থেকে
RAM headquarter
তোমার
has allowed us to
তারপরের পেজ
do.
থেকে কি শুরু হচ্ছে, ওই
So
রাইডারটা
we
দীঘাতে
are
স্ট্যাম্পিং
ending the
করে নিল।
race. The cutoff time for RAM
ব্যাপারটা বুঝো,
qualification,
পুরো
I'm
গল্পটা
again
বলছি তোমায়,
repeating,
গল্পটা বুঝলে তোমার
49
বুঝতে
hours.
সুবিধা হবে।
It is
দীঘায়
no
স্ট্যাম্প
longer
মেনে নিল,
47.5 hours for
দীঘা থেকে ও
solo
যাবে হচ্ছে
self-supported.
নেক্সট স্টপেজ
For
হচ্ছে
crew supported, it
তোমার
is 42
বাগনান।
hours.
তাহলে
Not
ক্যাম্পিং
41
করার
hours. So
পরে ও
49
পেজটা
hours means
উল্টাতে
if we
বাগনান
start from
পৌঁছলো,
Digha at 4 a.m., we
বাগনান
are
পৌঁছে
ending
বাগনানের
the
স্ট্যাম্পটা করে
race
নিল,
at 5 a.m.
আবার
in
বাগনানের
Ghum.
পেজটা উল্টে ও
So
বইটা পড়তে
till
পড়তে
Ghum,
পৌঁছাবে
we
next
probably
রামপুরা
are
কালনা
not
যেটা আছে।
getting anything between
তাহলে
Siliguri and
বাগনানের যে পেজটায় স্ট্যাম্প হবে সেখানে
not
শুধু
much
বাগনান লেখা থাকবে,
options. Practically no options,
এবং
zero
তারপরে
options.
বাগনান টু কালনার জার্নিটা ইনস্ট্রাকশন থাকবে।
Okay, my only concern was
ঠিক
like
আছে, এই হবে
the
হবে তোমার
nighttime
তোমার
rides,
লাস্টে গেছে
like suppose like the
তোমারটা
sections where we
বাগনানটা
are passing
বাগনান
through
নেভিগেট
forest
করার
and
পরে বা এরকম
the
কিছু একটা
last
জায়গা জিজ্ঞেস করো
70 kilometers where there is nothing
আমি আরো
available.
ভালো করে দেখবো তুমি একবার
So
এইটা
this
দেখো
is
এইটা
where we
স্ক্রিন
need
নাম্বার
to
করে চেঞ্জ করো
Right.
আর ওই উপরের
That is
টাইটেলটা
the
This is
prepare
real
up.
concern.
বাগনান
So
ওখানে
this is
বাগনান
real
সাময়িকভাবে
concern.
কনফিউজ হয়ে যাবে
Forest is not a
তুমি ক্যামেরা
concern
দিকে
because of
কনফিউজ হয়ে
other
যাবে
stuff. We'll have people and forest officials, but fooding is a concern for sure.
হুম
So
তারপরে
that
যেভাবে
70
তোমার লিস্ট
kilometers, you have to use your backdrop at Siliguri smartly so that you pack
ঠিক আছে
whatever you want to
টাইম
have, high energy diets.
আমরাও
And
ফিট হয়ে যাবে
I will tell before you
আর
just enter
একদম
Siliguri
লাস্ট
in the
পেজটা
national highways, left and
লাস্ট
right,
পেজটা
there
আমাদের
will be
একদম
dhabas.
লাস্ট পেজটা
You should be loading your cart there itself
একদম
and
লাস্ট
not wait till Siliguri, because if you are too late,
ওই মানে যেখানে সবকটা স্পন্সরের লোগো আছে ওরকম কিছু
Water
দেবে।
for the 70 kilometers.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ বই তো স্পন্সরের লোগো যাবে
it will be very
তোমাদের
cold.
কি আছে আচ্ছা,
It will be quite
But
cold.
but Abhishek, is there any
আমি
point of water
এন্ড পয়েন্ট বা
between
বা লাস্ট
Siliguri or Sukna to Ghum in there?
স্পন্সরের লোগো
Because
প্রত্যেকটি
late
জায়গায়
night, eh,
হ্যাঁ 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 ব্যাক সাইড ফ্রন্ট সাইড যেখানে তোমার
I think it's practically
তুমি
impossible.
ওটা রিইউজ করতে পারো তোমার তো অফিসিয়াল
But still,
ব্যাকের ডিজাইন প্লাই আছে
I am talking
ব্ল্যাক কালারে ওটাও মেরে দিতে পারো
if some arrangement can
ধরো
be done.
আরেকবার একটু করে পাঠাও
But
আমি আবার দেখে তোমায়
till
মনে
now,
করে
no.
দেখছি যদি কোনো
Is the
অন্য কিছু
answer.
চেঞ্জ করতে হয় আর কোথাও যদি 825 থাকে ওটা কন্ট্রোল এইচ মেরে 830 করে দিও
is there any is there after the last wiki the team did, is there
একদম
any
এন্ডে লাগিয়ে দাও স্ট্যান্ড
petrol
নাম্বার
pump,
টাইমটা লিখে দেবে
last petrol
কটায়
pump
ঢুকলো
till Ghum?
No, nothing. Up
ঠিক
to
আছে
whom, nothing.
আর তুমি আর তারপরে
In
তিনটে
midnight,
তিনটে সাদা
nothing you
পেজ
will get. From
যেখানে
Sukna
ওরা
to Ghum,
নোট লিখতে পারবে আর কি পেনে করে লিখবে আর কি
you will get
Okay,
nothing.
okay.
ঝপাক করে দাও আমি আমি এক্ষুনি 10 মিনিটের মধ্যে মিটিংটা শেষ করবো
But one probability is there. It's Christmas Day. Uh, maybe if you are lucky, we can get some store open in Kartiam if we are lucky enough. So I am trying to talk with them. Still now, the answer is no. What I have told us before.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I think we're almost at the end. We're last 10 minutes of a designated time left. So anything else which we want to, or I think with Amit here, any, because this is the last time which we are meeting Amit as registered racers for the race. We are all here together, just waiting to be at the start line now. On the next Saturday, will already be riding. So anything uh, how to prepare, because for most of them this is their first ultra race. Bearing one or two, this is their first ultra race which they have taken up this challenge. Uh, Maybe many of them have not been to the start line also of this kind of challenges before. So anything they should be ensuring, they should be taking care of it, because we know you as our like ultimate in the ultra cycling.
Hello everyone. All the best to all of you. First of all, and most important thing is follow all the safety rules. Don't try to do anything crazy and compromise your safety. I would say if you feel sleepy and very sleepy, don't ride in a very drowsy state and all on a highway. Please don't do that. It is always when you feel sleepy, it is best to sleep for more than an hour. Your mind and brain will all get recovered. So don't sleep for 15 minutes. It is of no use. And if you are gonna sleep, then sleep for more than 1 or 2 hours. You will be fully recharged, and then you ride safely ahead. So don't try to do anything crazy and compromise your safety at any cost. So the safest ride is the fastest ride. Always remember that. and also take care of your nutrition, and keep eating at very regular intervals, and keep your energies for that final big climb which is going to be there. So keep all your energies for that, and you will have to fuel yourself if you want to climb, if you want to do well at that last climb. So you have to fuel properly, so that you have all the energy for that last climb. And best try to do the last climb in the daytime. I think that is the best thing. Excuse me. All the best, and ride safe, and keep your nutrition up. Okay. So it's always good to invest 5 minutes more to eat properly and then ride ahead. Okay. So all the best.
Yeah, Amit, thanks. I think this helps a lot. And this is also our motto as organizers. We started with this only, that safety is important. Do not try to cheat. Do not try to take unfair means. This not only gives you a bad name, but gives cycling a bad name. So you're all ambassadors of good cycling here. So we expect a fair race, and yes, it is okay and very fair also to report any fellow racers doing any wrongdoings in the route. Please report it, and we will take appropriate actions as organizers. Have self-support. If you're not okay with something, go through the rules. That is why we read through line by line of the rules. Anything is not okay, please report. Do not shy on reporting. Okay, I think we are covered with the agenda. Any last thing if you want to discuss, please raise your hands, and you can directly go. Yeah, I have a lot of hand raised. Let me check. First, Melvin.
Yes, Pinaki. Just one last question. I don't know if it's a stupid question. Uh, do I need to carry a bike lock? I mean, I'm just worried. Like if I have to go to the washroom, toilet, and I'm keeping my bike outside, so what is your suggestion?
BRMs we normally carry because we don't know where we want to sleep. Also, sometimes I slept in like dhabas, khatiyas outside, and I just made my bike stitch with the khatiya and slept for an hour and then moved ahead. Uh, but it depends on you. But it is okay to carry, but it also adds your weight. So personal decision, but you should carry if you want to go somewhere. Not everywhere, everyone will be there for support. And you are self-supported. Good to carry.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
I think I should
Yeah,
add one more point. Don't.
sorry. Next question by Vijuman. Sorry. Can I go one by one? Vijuman, next question.
I think I should add one more point. You should not mount very. I mean the OT thing uh, on your bicycle, because uh,
I am not
uh,
able to hear clearly. Others are able to hear.
I mean don't mount any
No, you're not
pricing thing.
audible. Maybe is it the same for everyone? I am not able to hear.
Can you hear?
No, it is breaking.
We can hear you, but
Okay,
there is some disturbance.
okay, leave it.
I think what you're trying to say is don't mount stuff on your bike which can be snatched. I mean, obviously there's going to be phone or anything.
Right, and if Abhishek has anything to say, you can always put it on the WhatsApp group. That's not a problem.
Put
Our
it in the
research
group. Yeah,
that
put
is
it in the
always
group.
open for all such
Yeah.
discussions. I mean,
So
anything we
let's
can
discuss,
discuss.
because this is
Yeah.
very important. Let's discuss anything in the mind, because we are the close group of racers. Let's discuss with each other the concerns. Okay? Yeah. Let me go to
Rijuman?
next. Rijuman. Yeah. You have a hand raised.
Uh, yes. So, is it allowed to keep any dry foods like any protein bar or anything in the drop bags? So especially
Absolutely okay. Absolutely
it
okay.
is
You can
okay,
pack
right?
anything you want. Your
Okay.
drop bag, your decision. Your drinks, your homemade laddus, your khichris, anything if you feel okay and the drop bag can do that, do it. But the limit is only up to the drop bag. You cannot
Absolutely.
oversee the limit of the drop bag.
So bags will be
Whatever fits
provided by
there,
the
put it.
organizer, right, Pinaki?
We will provide. We will provide.
Okay. So the size is limited.
That is the only size you can put. Yeah.
Also, you can
And
put some lubricant also. Because after 200 kilometer, 400 kilometer riding, if you put some lubricant, your chains will be good. You can speed it up.
okay.
Yeah, very important
All
point.
right.
Sometimes the chain slows you down. Still, you can just quickly keep a cloth, clean your chain, put some lube again, and move ahead so that your bike remains as efficient as you.
Okay. Another thing. Hello.
Yes, you're audible. Good.
Okay. Another thing. So in these hotels, right? In either in Bethua Dahuri or in Malda, is it any option for like sleeping? If there is, do we have to book it prior?
Yes, you have to book prior. Bethu Adwari, there is option there. That is a hotel itself, but you have to book it prior.
Okay. Okay. And
Siliguri,
in
this
Malda,
is the Malda also. That is that the control point will be in the road, but our officials will be there in a hotel. But
okay,
you can book there also. You can pre-book. That is possible.
we have to separately book. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Absolutely. Or else, as you told, that we can use the katiyas and anything that a roadside dhaba provides.
Anything is okay. See,
Okay.
anything is okay because sometimes this is very personal to me when I ride very long rides. If I pre-decide that I have to go to that point and sleep and I'm not feeling like going, sometimes it breaks my because I want to sleep now and take rest now, but my designated point I booked is 50 kilometers away, and now I'm not okay going 50
Okay.
kilometers. Sometimes it makes my ride miserable, but it is very personal. I'm sharing a personal thought. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I think gentlemen, you can plan your stay anywhere, wherever you want, wherever it's publicly available. So it's up to you, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's up
Okay.
to you. It's up
not
to
even
you.
the
Along
train
the route,
station,
up to
anywhere,
you.
any hotel, if you want to stop, you can stop and you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is up to you. Wherever you want to take a sleep, you have good things along you, because this is internet area. You know all the route, all the hotels, all the contact numbers are available to everyone. So
Okay.
make use of that. Your designated stops. You can plan. Every rider should have their own plan how they want to plan this route. So plan accordingly how they want to do.
Absolutely. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Sanjeev has a question. Sanjeev,
হ্যাঁ আমি একটু সমস্যায় পড়েছি, একটু সমাধান করতে
bolo,
হবে।
bolo,
দেখি
bolo.
বলছি, আমি আমি তো আমার তো আর দীঘা পর্যন্ত যাওয়া হচ্ছে না। তা
না
আমার
তুমি তো
বাইক
বলে
চেকিংটা আমি বাইক চেকিংটা নিজেই করছি। আমার
তোমার দেখো
একটা হ্যালো শুনতে
বলো
পাচ্ছেন?
বলো বলো হ্যাঁ বলো বলো বলো
বলছি আমার একটা লাগেজ যদি পৌঁছে দেওয়া যেত আমার ড্রপ পয়েন্টে,
তুমি
বেথুয়াডুয়ারিতে আমি
তোমার লাগেজটা তুমি ড্রপ পয়েন্ট তো ইওর ড্রপ পয়েন্ট ইজ বেথুয়া ডুয়ারি রাইট ওই অবধি তুমি চালাবে
হ্যাঁ
তো
হ্যাঁ
তুমি সুদীপকে একদিন আগে তোমার লাগেজ দিয়ে দাও সুদীপ তো বেথুয়া ডুয়ারিতে তোমার জন্য দাঁড়াবে ও তোমার লাগেজ নিয়ে কি দাঁড়িয়ে থাকবে
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওই
Right?
ঠিক আছে ওকে
সুদীপের সাথে সুদীপের আরেকটা বন্ধুও যাবে ঠিক আছে তো
হ্যাঁ
সে তোমার
শুনছিলাম।
লাগেজ নিয়ে যেতে পারা উচিত
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
সেটা
ঠিক আছে
আরো ভালো অপশন তোমার কাছে ঠিক আছে
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে
ওকে ওকে
থ্যাংক ইউ
ওকে
Yes, for team it's not a problem. For team it's easier that way.
yeah team it's bit easier
Pretty easier
on
to
that
plan.
way. Yeah, any more questions? We have time. We don't have time left. Any more questions? Else we stop right now.
One more thing. This is my first time, so that's why I am asking the question. Is it wiser to carry a sleeping bag?
Not at all.
Not
Mute
okay.
kar,
Okay.
Not at all. Don't carry anything extra in your bike. Make your bike as light as possible because you have to
Okay.
carry that weight also.
Okay.
Sanjeev, mute please.
সঞ্জিত একটু মিউট করে দাও।
গাড়িটা সাইড করি।
Psychology, if you can mute Sanjeev, please, admin.
Yeah, he has muted, I think. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, I think we are time, so let's call it a day. And all the best to everyone. Prepare well and come. We are all very excited to welcome you at the start line. Come in advance. I will request all of you, do not come at 22nd morning. Do not rush your day and then start the next day. Go slow. 20th, 21st. Please come in Digha. Go and please explore Digha. This is one of the very, very beautiful beaches of West Bengal. This is the prime beach of West Bengal. So come and explore Digha. This is a lot of places to go, a lot of places to enjoy, and please take it slow.
Can you
That's
swim
my
at
recommendation.
Digha? Can you swim at Digha?
You can.
You can. Yes, you can.
You can.
But the tides are a bit higher because
Okay.
it is Bay of Bengal. Tides are a bit higher, not
Yeah,
like
it's not.
Arabian Sea. But
Yeah, it's not like the Arabian Sea. That's the thing. It's not like our Konkan
yeah,
coast or Goa coast.
I
yeah.
know
The tides
that's
are a bit high.
this Bay of Bengal.
Yeah, and
Bay
that
of Bengal is a rough sea.
yeah, it's quite rough practically. The current is quite, that undercurrent is not
But still, people
I know.
swim. Okay,
visible, but
people still swims. A lot of
Yeah,
boats which takes people inside.
people still swim.
One last question.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, after we arrive, just in case, I mean, if I have a technical issue at the start point, I need some last moment help, mechanical help at the start point. Maybe after I arrive from wherever I'm coming, will there be some support at the start point? Any mechanic?
Yeah, one mechanic will be available, which is
Yeah,
all
that's not
equipment.
close by.
So we will support. Yeah, yeah, we will support. But there can be not be
Okay.
major failures we cannot support because equipments he can carry is limited because he will also go from Kolkata. But we will have
Okay.
technical support there for minor things. Minor things happens. Minor balancing goes off. Sometimes it happens in the flight, right? Some things here and there. That
Yes,
can
yes,
be
that's
tweaked. That can be solved. Yeah.
okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks everyone. Have a great last weekend before you head off to Digha. And all the best, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Taking a leave. Bye.